The following presentation is sponsored in part by McLarty Daniel. Find your next car or truck at McLarty Daniel. Tyson Foods, powered by Tyson. Arvest Bank, Seaside Pools and Spas, Hogbox, and Explore Springdale.
We came to Arvest Bank to see what makes it different.
It's a community bank that really reaches out to the customers to make them feel special. I feel special every time I come in here.
They want to be involved in the community and want to be part of the community.
They support our university, our athletic department.
They've told us that they could have a fleet of volunteers there to help this year if we needed.
I see them at a lot of our Hispanic community events that we do.
I can't think of another bank in the city that has such a big community presence as Arvest.
Arvest Bank, our customers say it best.
Come see the largest pre-owned inventory in Northwest Arkansas.
Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it in McLarty Daniel Country. With 800 pre-owned vehicles at 6 giant locations in Bentonville and Springdale, there's something for everyone. Plus,
At McLarty Daniel, you're protected.
drive worry-free for 7 years or 200,000 miles with the MD Pre-Owned Advantage. And when it's time to sell your car, we're ready to buy it, even if you don't buy from us. Have you visited McLarty Daniel Country yet?
Visit us online at mclartydaniel.com.
During the Great Depression, nothing came easy. But with just 5 cents, an old truck, and a load of hay, John Tyson and his family found a way to deliver quality chicken to other hardworking people. Today, Tyson continues to find new ways to help put a chicken in every bite. Because to always keep it real, to always keep it Tyson.
Attendance. We are very, very thankful. It's been a great year. We have a long concert ahead, so we will jump right into it. But again, we just appreciate you being here, and hopefully that you enjoy the music presented tonight. Before we get started, students and audience, please make sure to silence those things called cell phones. A lot of students they've all worked very hard and put in a lot of time and effort, so let's make sure, specifically band students, while you're listening to your friends, that your phones are off, and help us with not getting up during the performances. You can kind of move and run to the restroom between if you need to. Again, we appreciate you being here tonight. It's been a great year. It's been a wonderful year when we kind of go back and reflect, and the whole theme of our time together today is the entire band, but even more specifically all the seniors that we will talk about throughout this evening. So without further ado, we will jump into it. I do want to let you know the first group is the Springdale High School Concert Winds. They are under the direction of Miss Ashley Beatty. They're going to be guest conducted a little bit tonight by Miss Sydney Hanna, and actually Miss Hanna will be the first one out. So please join me in welcoming Sydney Hanna and the Concert Winds.
Hi, thank you for coming tonight. I am Ashley Beatty, one of the directors of this wonderful group in front of you. Before we play our next piece, I wanted to go ahead and present one of our awards for tonight, the Outstanding Bandsman Award. This goes to a student who is very helpful. This student helps set up our band set almost every morning. She is the first person to ask if I need any help with anything on concert days. She's always just right next to me helping out. So the Outstanding Bandsman Award for this group goes to Clara Conklin. Our next piece has a slideshow that explains a little bit what it is about. The title of the piece is Regenesis, and it was written in honor of the Mount St. Helens tragedy. So as we play, please make sure you're looking up at the screen. It'll give you some good information about what happened at Mount St. Helens in 1980. Thank you so much. The stories that you saw up there are just part of the people that were affected. There were over 61 fatalities in the Mount St. Helens tragedy. When we began this piece in January to take to competition, I asked the students to write down 2 names from the list of 61 to remind them that that piece is about more than just playing notes, but it is about honoring people. And when we played it on stage at contest, and even just now when we played it, they bring tears to my eyes with their musicianship, which is just absolutely outstanding. We do have one more award that I'm going to go ahead and give out right now. The next award will actually go to 2 students in this band. One is a senior and one is a sophomore. Both just started band this year. They have gone from not knowing how to play an instrument at all to competing on stage with us, playing multiple percussion instruments at contest. So the Outstanding New Bandsman Award goes to Brianna Stevens and Angel Fonseca. Congratulations on being outstanding. Please feel free to come take pictures.
One more round of applause for the concert wins. Yeah. We're going to go and close the curtains, and saxophone ensemble will be coming up with Miss Miller while the second band is getting set. We'll do that as quickly as we can. Second band coming up soon, and the saxophone ensemble.
Well, I don't know what's happening right now. I know. Did I? Oh. Hey, it's Batty. Please get it right.
Nicely done. Slideshow, pretty cool. Did it put that together? Or did it come
I wanted to show the kids about it, and when they were like watching it for the first time,
yeah.
So
Striking, huh?
I wanted that same effect.
Cool.
I think it was worth it.
You bet.
All right, the group on stage now is the Springdale High School Saxophone Ensemble. These students last Monday performed this piece, Irish Suite, for a region judge, and they scored a superior rating and qualified for a state solo and ensemble, and we go to that tomorrow. So this is the Springdale Saxophone Ensemble and Irish Suite.
The next group you see in front of you is the Springdale High School Wind Symphony under the direction of Miss Miller. We are very excited to hear the music they have, also with the saxophone ensemble that went ahead. So here we are, Miss Miller and the Wind Symphony.
That was Ascend by Samuel Hazo. And our next selection, Courtly Airs and Dances by Ron Nelson, is a suite of Renaissance dances that were characteristic to 5 European countries during the 1500s. We'll be performing 4 of the 6 movements tonight, and we'll have several different conductors throughout. The first movement is the Entrada, which is just a short fanfare, and this movement will be conducted by Mr. Gavin Richardson, who has been our intern from Arkansas Tech University this semester. The second movement is a French boss dance and will be conducted by Miss Angel Malden. And the fourth movement is a saltarello, an Italian dance. In this dance, the dancers would actually hop on the downbeat of each measure, which is kind of fun. And finally, the sixth movement, a German folk dance called the Allemande. Because this is one piece of music broken down into multiple movements, please hold your applause until after we perform all four movements. This is Courtly Airs and Dances by Ron Nelson. the people I had stand up a second ago all played at some point by themselves, so there were a lot of solos throughout that piece. I want to take a second to recognize the students in the symphonic band who pushed themselves a bit harder this year and moved actually up a band from last year. Students, when I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Emily Bravo on bass clarinet. Martha Garcia on bass clarinet. There's several, but you can if you want. Nova King. Melissa Alvarado. Kayla Ochoa Rodas. Kevin Lopez. Daniel Barroso. Castor Debrum. Gerardo Mejia. Diana Ambrose. Daniel Perez Resendiz. Matthew Ibarra. And Isaiah Vera. And I tell this to them and they think I'm joking sometimes, but to the rest of you, as much as I love you, I hope to see you move up to Mr. Stevens' band next year. I will miss you, but my goal for you is to keep practicing and to never stop trying to improve and get better. So please don't be in my band next year if you're going to be here next year. Before the symphonic band plays their last tune, I would like to also mention how much I really enjoy working with this group. I probably don't relay this as much as I should to them because we're always prepping for something, whether it be like contest or a concert, and you know that when the performance is coming, the nerves get there, and then we get busy, and I forget to tell them how much I appreciate the hard work that they put forth. But one thing I do try to stress to these guys and to all the people out there, students of the band, is that our goal for you is to use music as a way to become the best person you can be. Use music to teach yourself self-discipline and to determine and to be determined and to only put forth your best efforts. Don't ever stop trying to become a better player or a better person. Really, playing your instrument is only one of the many things that being in band can teach you, and I urge you to not lose sight of that. The symphonic band is going to end our portion of tonight's concert with Urban Dances by Eric Morales.
All right, one more round of applause for the Wind Symphony, Miss Miller and guest conductors. All right, we will try to get as quickly to our next portion as we can. Wind Symphony will be coming down here in their seats, and then we will start our award portion of tonight. We'll go as quickly as we can, and we'll clap fast and we'll clap loud, and we'll kind of get through this as quickly as we can. So give us just a minute, and we'll be back with some awards, quite a few. Good job. Oh, yeah. Nice job. Nice job, guys. Nice job. We'll do Beatty first, Director's Award. Okay. Yeah, and then Sousa. Podium's rickety, huh? It might have been on the spot. That was actually pretty fun.
And then the Jazz Awards are there too.
Yes.
I didn't plan anything for him. So.
Yeah, and actually I have a little, I'll say something. I need to give those to him tomorrow. And those are all. You guys want to do that? Some of you are easily amused if that's exciting to you. All right. That went pretty quickly. We are going to go through a list of pretty amazing awards. There are some outstanding. Everybody in the band program, seriously, has worked hard this year. We're very, very proud of them. But this is an opportunity to kind of give a little special credit where credit's due for students that maybe went a little bit above and beyond, worked a little bit harder, and so we're real excited to offer these. So I will introduce Ms. Beatty again, and she will come and give you her band's Director's Award.
Thank you all so much. Thank you. Sorry, I wrote this to go at a different spot, so it's like a little weird. This award, the Director's Award for our group, is supposed to go to a senior who is outstanding. And this year I have 15 seniors in my group, and they're all outstanding. They're great kids. Some of them are chronically late, and I think it's just because they're so tired. But hey, I didn't say any names, you don't either. But this specific senior that this award is going to, I have had since their sophomore year. We counted earlier, this is our fourth concert together, counting just these concerts. She is absolutely outstanding. We actually convinced for a little bit that, we convinced the bands that she was my sister. We are not related in any way, but the third band, or the Concert Wins Award goes to Taylor Day.
The student that I've chosen to receive the Director's Award for the Symphonic Band is quite a gal. She is one of the most responsible students I've ever met. She always knows her music and is patient and eager to help her section learn their parts as well. When she is absent, she always asks what we will be doing in class and what she should practice. She arrives early and is always pleasant. She's a fantastic role model for the younger students, and during marching season, her work ethic and drive was exceptional. She was able to do all of this while holding a job and being quite involved in the SHS Medical Academy as well. That's why this year's Director's Award for the Symphonic Band goes to Diana Ambrose. And now Mr. Stevens will announce his Director's Award for Wind Ensemble.
We also forgot to mention that these awards are actually also on a plaque that will go back up in the band room. There's been some gaps. Some of these things, you know, if you're not on it year after year, there's gaps. I think the last one that we got engraved was maybe like 2002. So we're starting back up, kind of new and fresh. So all three of these students that are on this Director's Award this year will have their name up, so they can come back when they're old and gray and be able to remember their achievement. So Director's Award for band in the wind ensemble. This young man is an exceptional student, gets to school crazy in the wee hours of the morning, goes into the studio where we normally rehearse, and just sits down, practices. I have never, I think I know him pretty well. I've really never heard a crossword come from his mouth, and just an amazing role model to his peers, to us as teachers, to get to kind of witness, his talent, but way more important than being talented, just an exceptional student inside and outside. And so, without further ado, George Perez. We'll keep rolling right along. I think this next award doesn't have quite so much of the gap on the wall. I think this is the last time they posted this was maybe like 2008, so at least we're getting closer there. But this award is actually, this is one of the biggest awards that you can receive anywhere in the country, and people do give this award at various schools around the country. It is called the John Philip Sousa Award, and it reads, in recognition of outstanding achievement and interest in instrumental music for singular merit and loyalty and cooperation, and for displaying those high qualities of conduct that school instrumental music requires. This really just means one of the students in your program that on a daily basis exhibits not just a little bit of class, but just a really world class. Every day, the attitude that this student had during marching band and throughout concert band was just second to none, and I don't really float that word around lightly, but I think, in my opinion, world-class. World-class talent, world-class ability, but a world-class person in general. And so this young man, we'll definitely miss. We'll miss all the seniors, but this guy happens to be named Corrigan Burkett. Corrigan, Miss Malden will give you the medallion. Let's give it up for Corrigan Burkett. You know, sometimes, like when it's your birthday, you want it to kind of keep going for more than just the one day. So we will work on the certificate for him tomorrow, and we'll make it kind of a two-part thing. But congratulations, Corrigan. The Arion Award, it's also a very special award. This student is extremely well-deserving. This award is musical, but it's also academic as well. It kind of shows off basically that these students are some of the best musicians that you have in your program, but then they take their music and marry it with their academic skills and dedication, and so they kind of stick out as far as being some of the best musicians in your program, but also just a really great, very, very, very smart and determined student. So this young lady has done that at a very high degree, and also a little bit in choir as well, and so this award goes to Madison Moss. One more time for Madison. You might have heard our jazz band perform a couple times throughout the year at the chili supper and also the taco dinner, and Miss Miller really did a great job this year kind of taking that all on herself, and the kiddos played some great music. They played it really well, and they had a really great time. One student in particular that has been a part of that group for the last couple years and has kind of grown into a leader on his instrument. So the award itself is the Louis Armstrong Jazz Award, and it's in recognition of outstanding achievements in the field of jazz as demonstrated through superior musicianship, character, and individual creativity. The Louis Armstrong Jazz Award is hereby presented to Luis Mendez Vega. You can move a little faster there, Luis. No, just playing. Way to go. Give it up for Luis. All right, the last three awards are kind of grouped together. These are the outstanding awards: outstanding senior, outstanding junior, outstanding sophomore, and these are also, we take student input on this. It's not completely student-led, but we gave them a Google survey. Hey, who is the person off the top of your mind who is the outstanding senior? And it's a special award that way because it is kind of peer created. And so these students that receive this award not only have impressed the staff, but have impressed their students, and that means a lot to them. So let's actually, I guess, start from the bottom up. Outstanding sophomore this year. Last year we had a two-way tie, and this year it could have very easily been a two-way tie again. But in the end, I think this student, being a sophomore and jumping in and making All-State on her instrument is worthy of any award you can give. As we all know, or maybe don't know, anytime you make All-State in any of the 3 years you're in high school, that is automatically getting you some scholarship dollars, and obviously the more you make it, the more you get. And so this young lady, as a sophomore, has just come in and kind of rocked out Springdale High School and the wind ensemble and choir. And so this goes to Miss Lizbeth Lopez. It's also worth noting that she made All-State Band and All-State Choir. Pretty big deal. We actually have quite a few of those All-State Band, All-State Choir folks, so we're really proud of them. All right, the Outstanding Junior. This was so close that we really did have to come up with two. And so both of these students are deserving in very different ways, but they're both very deserving. So for the Outstanding Junior, there's a male and a female. Let's start with the ladies first. This young lady is just a joy to be around as far as her playing ability and her just demeanor. I think as you get to know her more, she kind of brightens up your day as she comes in the room, and you can see how much she just kind of helps her peers out and is a leader. I'm not sure if she knows she's a leader, but she definitely is a leader. Just recently had a pretty major role in the musical. And so this goes to Miss Natalie Arias. Also one of the choir band all-staters that did both, so we're really proud of that. Okay, the gentlemen, give it up for Nat. The gentleman, outstanding junior, is a great musician in his own right. Ended up making All-State this year, so we're really proud of that achievement. But more importantly, just every day does what he's supposed to do, working hard on solos and IB stuff academically. So there's just a whole bunch going on in his world. And generally a soft-spoken guy, but I've seen him speak up a little bit. And so this Outstanding Junior Award goes to none other than Zachary Puthavong. I think the IB gave it away, I guess. So nice job, Zach. Before I go to the next and last one, is Mr. Valdez out there? Okay, here in just a second, if you want to go and stand out, just up over there, we'll get you going in a minute. So after the last award, a little commercial break here while we're all on pins and needles for Outstanding Senior. Here in just a second, seniors, we will have you stand up, and this is like your final here. Can you walk outside that door, go into that hallway where the art room is and theater room, and can we get in a single file line of alphabetical order? Is that possible for us? Can we knock it out, okay? So we will get in a single file line. Mr. Valdez even has a little roster, if you forgot. And then we'll get in a line. I'll have you come back in, and we'll do the plaques that way. So after the Outstanding Seniors, let's stand up, go out there, get in a single file line, and then come back in. And do that rather quickly, please. This Outstanding Senior, and it goes without saying, this sounds like a canned speech or something, but there are so many in this senior class in particular that have been great leaders for us on and off the field, musically, character-wise, and it really is a very hard challenge to just pick one. But this student made All-State, plays an instrument. That instrument happens to be a brass instrument, and happens to be the trumpet, and it happens to be Eduardo Aguilar. Two-year All-State trumpet player. Two-year All-State trumpet player. Very, very, very good. And this is the true story. No kidding. I'm not really even sure that I have heard Eduardo miss many notes in the 2 years that I've known him. And he's only played like 10,000 of them. But every time he plays, it's just this magical trumpet sound kind of comes out. The heavens open and angels start singing, and Eduardo is a pretty spectacularly talented guy. So Eduardo Aguilar, one more time. All right, last little commercial. Is Miss Burkett around? Is Miss Burkett around? Because if she is, she needs to stand and come to the front. All right, seniors, very quickly, let's do this quick. Seniors, stand up. Walk outside that door with Mr. Valdez. He's got the alphabetical order if you need it. You do not need your instruments, so you can carefully stash them. Quickly, seniors, quickly, seniors. Going with the flow. All right. The last kind of singular award that we have here is to our band booster president, who has done really amazing, is not even quite the word. I'm not sure exactly what the word is above amazing. But she has kind of single-handedly taken the bull by the horns and just done an outstanding job. There were some things that we did this year that were in many ways like the best we've ever done. Taco dinner, silent auction. She was a huge part of that and getting people going and just doing a lot of work on her own. And we've been pretty blessed around here at Springdale High School with some great band booster presidents over the years. But Ms. Burkett is definitely one of the tops in my book. So with deepest appreciation for outstanding leadership and service in the office of band booster president, present it to Evelyn Burkett. Thank you for guiding our organization this year. Your efforts and support affords the band the opportunity to represent our community and state. Springdale High School Bulldog Band and Booster Organization 2018-2019. Let's give a round of applause for Miss Burkett. I will stall just one moment while the seniors are figuring out the alphabet again. Miss Baugh is actually not able to be here tonight. She's our new fine arts secretary. About an hour before the concert started, she got a call for a doctor's appointment with her mother, and so that kind of stuff is very, very important. But we got her some flowers just recently, and so if you've gotten to meet her or had any dealings with her over the phone or through email, you know that she's a sharp lady, and we're very, very blessed to have her with us and just very thankful. I do also want to thank these three ladies over here to my left, Miss Miller, Miss Beatty, and Miss Malden. They are a true pleasure to work with. Actually, some of the most hardworking colleagues I've ever had, and really some of the absolute sharpest. And so they work hard on a daily basis, and very thankful to call them colleagues and friends, and very, very pleased. If there's any administration, I don't know if there's any administration. This is a busy, busy time of year. I thought I saw Dr. Marsha Smith, one of our superintendents, but we're just kind of a blanket statement. Any of the Springdale High School administration or district administration, we couldn't do what we do without you, and so we appreciate you so much. Also, our principal, Mr. Jason Jones, doing a great job on his first year here, and we're really thankful to have him with us. So, parents, we have to thank you. As I get older and have a 3.5-year-old about to have a second. By the way, I think we finally figured out that name. Being a teacher, and this might be the same for any parents, but you have a list of names that you want to call your children, perhaps, and then you realize that you have people that you know, maybe that you've taught back in the day, and there's so many names that you love. Maybe you love the kid, but you didn't really want to necessarily kind of carry that name on. So it took a long time to come up with it, but I think we finally settled on Leighton Charles Stevens, and he will be brother to Luke Benjamin. So Luke and Leighton kind of wanted to do the L's together, and so we're really thankful for that. Now, parents, if you have multiples, you will know this. You'll probably laugh at me, but nobody told me that life was just ridiculously more busy on the second. It's not even the same. It's not even the same thing. Before our first, we had like 3 months before had the bedroom, and the crib already ready to go, and we just did that last weekend. So it's tricky when you're carting around one, but we're very, very thankful for the second edition and any day now. So. Parents, we appreciate you. Without you, obviously, we wouldn't have your students. We appreciate your care and trust in us to have them as a part of our program. It's been a great year in so many ways, and it's actually been so great. Sometimes it's easy to forget, but this year, some really great marching band successes, 2 competitions that we went to, and really that's actually a record-breaking thing because back in the day, Springdale High School didn't really go to competitive marching contests, and so this was something that this senior class and junior juniors and sophomores have made a very, very special thing of. We'll honor the all-region students here in a little bit, and then obviously we have quite a few all-state students this year, all-region jazz, region solo ensembles, just a lot of different things that were spectacular. So again, we appreciate the parents, we appreciate the students. They've worked extremely hard for us this year. We are very close to letting them know the marching show for next year, probably tomorrow or the next day, and so we're getting excited about all of that. Going back out in the hot heat, all kinds of fun, so we're pumped. I'm going to get the seniors back in, and then we will do their awards, and then we will watch that. Looks like they successfully got in alphabetical order. Okay, so without further ado, the students are going to come. We will clap wildly and madly for each one. They will head over here, grab their plaque. Parents, fair disclaimer here, if the plaque is empty and there's not a picture in it, it is not because we didn't ask about 8 times, okay? So, but you can just take the screws out, get a picture, 5x7 vertical, and make it look great yourself. The plaques themselves are basically kind of a snapshot of what they've done over the last several years. Pretty big deal because a lot of them have done some really amazing things, and so we just want to give them a memento of their time and something to remember us by. So, first, but definitely not least, Miss Jasmine Abdallah, across. Eduardo Aguilar. Erica Alexander. Adam Marix Alvarez. Diana Ambris. Jackie Araujo. Daniel Barroso Martinez. Jasmine, you can just stop right by the Sousa, the tuba right there. You're good to go. Ryan and Montha. Corrigan Burkett. Edward Cano. Madison Cordell. Alondra Cruz. Taylin Day. Rosa Delgado. Isaac Eddy. Jacqueline Escobar. Dulce Favila. Flores Morales. Lisbeth Flores Morales. Victoria Flores. Angel Fonseca. Malcolm Garcia. Tomas Gray. Just Gonzalez. Herberto Gutierrez Gonzalez. Inia Hernandez. Sarah George. Cairo Langris. Axel Lopez. Xavier Lucero. Bernice Makeda. Miguel Marin. Fernando Martinez. Colin McKenzie. Madison Moss. George Perez. Nicole Pierce. Rodriguez. Naomi Rodriguez. Ace Ryan. Calvin Ryersey. Tighten it up, seniors, so you got to scoot down a little more to your right so we can get everybody down there. Lane Selvey. Jose Valdez. Alexander Vicente. And definitely last but not least is Matthew Ibarra. Again, it goes without saying, this senior class in particular, and I know you say that some bit on each year, but this year has been a special bunch of students. Definitely all of our second year together working here as a staff, and so we can't say seniors enough how much our success has been your success, and we wish you and pray the best for you as you go on to your next step. As I heard Ms. Beatty said earlier, we're always here for you. So let's give a huge round of applause to the 2019 seniors. All right, seniors, if you want to try to get somewhere in the middle section so you can see the slideshow, that'd be great. If not, you'll still be able to see it from anywhere. Okay, go find a seat, seniors. Go find your seat, hopefully. Okay, so for the senior slideshow, listen up. What we'll do is we will post this on Facebook in the morning, so you can, this is not a one-time only deal. If by chance, I pray there's not, but if by chance there is any kind of mistake, spent quite a few hours on it today trying my best, but if not, all we got to do is just change it out. We'll make sure that we get it posted correctly. So here's the 2019 senior slideshow.
When troubles come and my heart burdened be, then I am still and wait here in the silence till you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up to more than I can be. troubles come and my heart burden be, when I am still and wait here in the silence till you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. Raise me up.
We'll get that up on Facebook very shortly, and you can relive those moments for a long, long time to come. One more round of applause for our 2019 seniors. All right, we will do the last portion of this concert as quickly as we can and get you out of here. Wind ensemble stand. Let's come on stage, warm up real fast. We'll start with the clarinet ensemble. Give us just a minute.
Before the wind ensemble performs their portion of tonight's concert, the next small group to perform tonight is the Springdale High School Clarinet Choir under the direction of Angel Malden. This group also performed at Region Solo and Ensemble last Monday and scored a superior rating and are moving on to state tomorrow. So please welcome to the stage Miss Angel Malden and the Clarinet Choir. Our final group this evening is the Springdale High School Wind Ensemble. They are under the direction of Mr. Julius Stevens. Please welcome to the stage Mr. Julius Stevens and the Springdale Wind Ensemble.
Just a super fast word about the small groups that you saw tonight with Miss Malden, Miss Miller, and all the students. We really appreciate their work. That music is music that is hard to play with the whole group. It features the clarinet section, and so we were just real proud. That music really helps them to grow as musicians and get better, and it's fun music. So to both chamber groups, small ensembles, we appreciate it. The first piece we're playing today is called Arabesque. It is kind of highlights Middle Eastern music in a really great way. It's composed in 3 parts. You'll hear the first part is and I might butcher this, I apologize if I do, but a tazim, which is basically an opening flute showcase, as you'll see here in a minute. The second, and that kind of sets the whole tone of the piece. The second section, Dupke, I believe, if I'm pronouncing correctly, is a traditional Arabic line dance. So you'll get to see kind of a little bit of that, and you can tap your toe to it. And then the final section kind of brings everything back together. So here is Arabesque. We're going to play one tuning note and jump right in. The second piece we have on the program tonight is a beautiful piece. We played it at assessment not too long ago, and the students did a great job with it. But I thought it'd be a great opportunity to have a student have an opportunity to conduct this really pretty music. This is, I think, some of the most beautiful music that most of these students have played, and they really kind of always seem to really enjoy it. So this student, Thomas Gray, actually, by competitive audition, there were quite a few that auditioned, I think about 6 or 7, that auditioned to have this honor to get up in front of their peers, which is a nerve-wracking experience, and to make a musical statement of their own. And so Thomas has done a really great job preparing and offers a lot as far as conducting goes. So here is Luke's Arunque. Beautiful, beautiful piece of music. It was originally written for choir, and their guest conductor, Thomas Gray. It's always a really amazing experience to kind of get to see students working with students and level of care and focus they put into it. Really, really proud of that. Nice job, Thomas. The last song we have for you really probably needs no introduction. There is a live action version coming out soon in June or July, I believe. Involves a little cub named Simba and all kinds of great music and dancing. And so we have a little music for you from The Lion King, and then we'll be done. Seniors, if we want to, we can, right after the end of this, let's go to the lobby. You got to meet in like 5 minutes. We can't be waiting for 10 minutes for everybody to get out there. But let's go. Seniors out there, parents, we can take a picture on the staircase and we'll be good to go. We do also need to kind of clean up on stage. Thank you so much for being here. Congratulations to all three groups. And seniors, we love you. Here is Lion King. Told myself not to forget this. If there's anybody in this audience that made all region, okay, anybody out there or here, let's go ahead and stand real quick and give these students a round of applause. If you made all region this year, go ahead and stand and we applaud you. All region band students. All right. If you made all state, stay standing. There were 10 students that made all state. 8 of them were clarinets, just happened to be. And then alto sax and trumpet. And last but not least, if you made all region jazz, I don't want to forget you either to wave at the folks. We had 5 students that made all region jazz. Ian, stand up. Crystal, wave. There we go. 5 of them. Really proud of their work. So, all right. Proud of those all region and all state students. Here it is, Lion King.